And welcome back to the channel here, and welcome back to this NCAA 25 FIU rebuild as the FIU Panthers trying to end kind of what's been a losing streak for them right now, as they are 2-4 and they're going into this game against the UTEP Miners, who have not played very well this season either. They are 1-5 going into this game, and somebody here in this game is going to win their first conference game of the year, as UTEP 0-2 in the CUSA. FIU is also 0-2 in the Conference USA this season. And well, you know, FIU coming off of a loss against the Liberty Flames, who, you know, just got into the rankings before that matchup started, and they lost that game by 10. And honestly, the offense probably had one of its worst games that they've had all season in that one. They didn't play very well. I mean, they got 26 points, but a lot of those came in the second half. And they had one big play, that was kind of it. But yeah, they're on a 2-game. They've lost the last couple of games here, trading wins and losses. But now, you know, Liberty 6-0, and in real life, they just played Liberty, actually, and then they lost to them, but that game went to overtime. And you look at UTEP here, and I mean, 1-5, and their only win is against an FCS program, and they shut them out completely, 31-0. But they lost by 2 to Nebraska. They actually played Liberty really tough in their third game of the season. They only lost by 2 to them, and then they lost by 10 to Colorado State. They got killed by Sam Houston, 45-15, and then they got killed by Western Kentucky, 42-13. So they're on a 4-game losing streak right now. They're going to have a lot of motivation to end this losing streak and to finally notch that first CUSA victory for them. So this will be an interesting game, an interesting matchup, a pretty even matchup on paper, all things considered. And you look at Keon Jenkins, and, you know, last game, didn't have any touchdown passes. He only has 7 of them this season through 6 games. So not getting into the end zone a lot through the air this season. And a lot more rushing scores for us. Jenkins has gotten into the end zone 3 times using his legs this season, but he's nearing the 2,000-yard mark for him overall this season with a 65% completion percentage. And, you know, running the football, pretty effective for us. We didn't do a great job of it against Liberty, honestly, besides one really long run that Lexington Joseph had in that game. That was that got his 4th touchdown of the season last week on that 67-yard running play, or the 68-yard running play that he had. That's his longest of the season. 427 yards total for him on the year, as Owens has 218 yards, and Shamar Lawrence has 210 yards with 6 touchdowns on the ground. And you look at the receiving numbers here, Keon Owens right now is leading the team with 445, and he doesn't have any touchdowns yet, and in fact, still the only receiver to have more than 1 touchdown score on the season is Eric Rivers, who I'm not sure how much, I can't remember what he did against Liberty, but I don't know if he had a great game against Liberty or anything like that. But Dean Patterson there has a touchdown. Fournette Lewis, Myman has a touchdown as well, and then Shamar Lawrence out of the backfield also has a receiving touchdown. But, you know, again, not a lot of touchdowns on this team passing the ball. As we look at Keon Jenkins, he does actually have 4 rushing touchdowns already this year. Negative 75 rushing yards because of the times that he's been sacked and everything. So, of course, those numbers are not going to be good for him. But, you know, I feel like he's been able to use his legs effectively at some points in the season. We've been able to see that. And, you know, our defense, I mean, they've been able to force turnovers all year long. That's been their specialty. And, you know, Giovanni Davis and Cole Estevon, those are the top 2 sack getters on our roster here. But they haven't got a sack in the last couple of weeks. I know they didn't get, neither one of them got a sack against Liberty. I don't think anybody got a sack, actually, against the Flames in the last game of the season. So Giovanni Davis at 6.5, Cole Estevon at 6. Ezekiel Massis goes into the game with 2.5. Jeremy Passmore has 2.5 as well. A fumble recovery for Anderson Taylor, and he's had forced 2 fumbles this season, 3 sacks total. And there's Ezekiel Massis' numbers again, 2.5 sacks with a couple of interceptions. Jerry Passmore there with 2.5. And overall, we've been able to get pressure on the quarterback fairly consistently this season. Honestly, this has been one of our strengths of our team, I feel like. Jamal Potts has got a couple of games in a row with an interception, I believe. He had a pick 6 last week against Liberty, and he's going into this game with 4 interceptions on the season. Ezekiel Masses with 2. That one, we have another guy with 3. I didn't remember that name. It might be Jamal Potts with 3 interceptions there. But Brian Blades has 2 interceptions and a fumble recovery this season. And then Lamar Duvall also has 2 interceptions. So a lot of guys with multiple picks this year on our defense. And then Bobby Sala Jr. got an interception, has an interception as well. Chase Gabriel, yeah, below 50% field goals made this year. Only 6 of 13 there in the field goal department. And not a lot to say on the kicker punt return front. But we go to UTEP and we go to their stats here and their playmakers on their team. Skylar Locklear is their leader here at quarterback. And this season for him, it's going pretty well for him. He's only a 74 overall, so he's not that great in terms of ratings. He's actually slightly worse than Keon Jenkins in his ratings. You know, he's got good accuracy, though. That accuracy is pretty decent there. 84, 79, 84, and 82 throw under pressure, 80 throw on the run. So, I mean, his accuracy is pretty decent and pretty even across the board. Got decent power as well, decent throw power. So, you know, he's not a awful quarterback by any means, but he's also not going to be like a superstar quarterback probably. Although our pass defense hasn't been the greatest this season, I'll have to admit that. And the running back is Javon Jackson, and he's got great elusiveness, really good hands, actually, and good awareness and ball carrier vision. He's, you know, more of a elusive type of running back here, it looks like, and that's, you know, his elusive back. That's his archetype or his tendency. He's got 4 rushing touchdowns on the season. Skylar Locklear has 3 rushing touchdowns as well as the quarterback. And then we go to their receivers, and the leading receiver is, you know, a guy that's a 75 overall there, 381 yards and 4 touchdowns. Not a lot of high-rated receivers here. Their receiving core is honestly pretty low rated as a team. We go to their defense, and Maurice Westmoreland, he's their best player overall on this team pretty much by far, and he is their best defensive player. And he is a guy that we're going to have to watch out for as we are going to try to run the ball against him. I mean, he's got decent run stopping, but he's got a great power move there. He's got an amazing finesse move at 93. Good strength. So, yeah, this is as a power guy here, and a guy that we're going to have to worry about on defense, I think, here. We're going to try and dial up pressures where he's going to get into the quarterback's face. 4 sacks going into this game. He's their leading sack getter on the season. And, you know, nobody else on defense really stands out too much for me. They do have 2 interceptions this year as a team. Josiah Allen has 1. And then Jace Hunter has 1. And their safeties don't look that amazing. So maybe we can go deep and throw some deep shots here. They forced 4 fumbles. They recovered 4 of them. Xavier Smith has 2 fumble recoveries on the year. And then Jake Hall also has a couple of fumble recoveries. So that's what our defense looks like here. Or that's what their defense looks like going into this game. And in terms of offense, in terms of kind of stats from the Conference USA here, we are the #1 offense, total offense in the conference in this going into this game. And we are the #1 passing offense. And you look at UTEP here, and they are second to last in terms of their offense in the conference. You know, and they're second to last in terms of passing offense. They're slightly better with running the football there, but they're still third to last. So their offense, really, in terms of the overall conference, isn't that amazing. As we look at what their defense is, I mean, our defense is really bad. And their defense is not too terrible. I mean, 4th rate in the conference in terms of, you know, defense and total yards allowed there. And, yeah, we are leading the league, or leading the conference in terms of pass yards allowed. And they are second in terms of pass yards allowed, actually, in the conference. But they have given up quite a lot of rushing yards. They've given up the most rushing yards out of anybody in the conference. And they're a 75 overall, 1.5 prestige program. So, again, it looks like it's going to be a pretty even matchup going into this one. As we are ready to kick it off here in this game. We are on the road at the UTEP here in Texas. As this one is going to be taken out of the end zone by the return man, and he only gets out to the 15-yard line. And there's Kyle Lockley, only 6 touchdowns on the season, 4 interceptions, 1,313 passing yards on the year. And so here's the first snap. It's a play-action pass here to the outside, and immediately going with kind of a deep strike there to the receiver, and that one is caught for UTEP. So now they're trying to move down the field here. That's a run up the middle, and that is a first down, as Dayton Treichler gets 11 yards on that carry. Now it's another carry here, this time to the outside. He's got some space here, and there's Javon Jackson getting the ball and getting a good run there all the way out inside of the 40-yard line, as they're going to keep going on the ground here. This was a delayed give to Treich, and he just runs right up the middle and gets another big gain. So UTEP here on the move on this first drive, and they're just running the ball. They passed it the first play of the game, and they have ran it every other play here on this drive since then. And Javon Jackson gets another good game, and we can't really stop them right now on the defensive end, as it's another give to Jackson, and Jackson again getting a good gain, a gain of 7 there, up to the 3-yard line. So technically, it says second down and 3. I don't know why it doesn't say second down and goal, as it's going to be a pass here going to the back of the end zone, and he's going to throw an interception. That one is picked off. Bobby Solid Jr. in the back of the end zone with the pick. And maybe it's a miscommunication there between the quarterback and the receiver, but Bobby Solid Jr. ends the drive for UTEP and gets his second INT of the year. So that's a huge play for our defense. Bending but not breaking there, giving up a lot of yards and allowing them to really go down the field, but we do not give up a touchdown on that drive. So UTEP, man, that's an unfortunate drive for them. You go all the way down the field like that, and you don't even get any points out of it. There's a good give right there, though, immediately to Keon Owens, as he's going to get another first down immediately. Now it's a second down and 9, as we're going to go to him through the air this time. He's got that catch, and he's down near midfield. So after that big play, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go speed. And we're going to opt for some speed here and go no huddle. We get it out to Josiah Myman there, as it's now a 3rd down and 2. And a 3rd down and 2. Here's the give up the middle, and they're ready for it, though. Nowhere to go at all for Shamori Lawrence. He gets absolutely stuffed. Now it's a 4th down, and it's early in this game, but we're going to snap it, and we're going to go for it here. And the defender all over that route, and he knocks the football away. So a good play by the defender there on that coverage for UTEP. They get a stop on us on 4th down, and now Javon Jackson is running free into the open field, and he is going to get taken down. He's already got 36 yards on only 5 carries. 3rd down and short here, as they're going to go to Jackson again, but we die off the blitz. We're ready for the run, and we stop it. That looked like it was Cole Gustafson there in the backfield, and so UTEP punts the ball away. Now it's a 2nd down and 7 here. We're going to go to the outside, and we got a completion there to Josiah Myman. 3rd down and 1. We get the first down on the next play. Now it's a run, and there goes Owens trying to get the edge, and he has got a good run right there to the outside, a gain of 9 on 1st down. Now it's another give. No, it's play action here over the middle. Nice timing on this throw here to Eric Rivers as he makes the catch, and he's got space, and he gets all the way into UTEP territory with that throw. So now it's 2nd down and 10. First quarter already winding down here. We're going to get it to the outside on a screen for Lawrence. He is going to actually make a man miss there. But, I mean, there's a lot of guys in the area. So Owens is not, not able to run around from everybody. But that catch brings Jenkins to over 2,000 passing yards on the season. So now it's a 1st down and 10 here. It looks like it's a stick play as running outside the pocket is Jenkins. He's going to lob this one up, and he's got a receiver. That one is caught by Eric Rivers right there. Kind of just sitting all alone in zone coverage, and that's a big completion. Now we scramble up to the line here. No huddle on 1st down and 10. Basically 1st down and goal from the 10-yard line here. And a little adjustment on the line for us as there's a snap to Jenkins. Jenkins scrambling, looking around, doesn't see anybody open. Jenkins is going to go into the end zone himself, and he takes it in for the score. Keon Jenkins with his 5th rushing touchdown of the season here, and nice drive by the Panthers. They score first in this game here near the end of the first quarter to take a 7-0 lead. So a good drive there, a good couple of passes over the middle, and we were able to run the ball pretty effectively there as well. And we're going to have a 7-0 lead as we go into the second quarter. And, only 2 catches. Eric Rivers has 2 targets and 2 receptions, 37 yards here early on. He's kind of been the best receiver. Though Josiah Lyman has caught some passes too. But, wow, we are in the backfield there. That's Cole Gustafson making a tackle behind the line. Forcing a 3rd down and medium here. And it looks like they're going to try and run for it. And they actually have a wide open lane for Javon Jackson, who's got the 1st down. So an interesting play call there on 3rd down and 5, but we weren't ready for it. Now it's a 3rd down and 3 here. And they're going to give it to Jackson again. But he is almost at the line, but he's actually going to be short. Huge tackle there at the line for our defense. We withstood that pressure. And we're going to force UTEP to punt the ball again here. And no fake. And they are going to punt it away to us right now, as we are going to start with the ball at the 12-yard line. So not a lot of room to maneuver here. Now it's a 3rd down and 13. We've only lost yards on this drive. We're going to give it up to the middle to Owens. He gets hit pretty hard. He doesn't get back to the 1st down marker, though. So a 3 and out. Punting the ball back to UTEP here, 2nd down and 12. That's a good throw over the middle. That one is caught here. It looks like we were playing some man coverage there. And Gardery has the catch there over the middle. One of the bigger plays on offense all game for UTEP, who hasn't done anything really since their opening drive of the game. But play action here. Over the middle, he's got another receiver there. And that one is caught. Trey Goodman over the middle, number 1. We see with the catch there. And now all of a sudden, it's goal to go as to the end zone. That ball knocked away, falls incomplete. Only the 3rd incompletion for Skylar Locklear in this game. But UTEP is going to have to kick a field goal here and settle for 3 points. Jenkins trying to scramble outside the pocket here. And he just got to throw that football away as he gets taken down and sacked. So this drive kind of killed right when it starts here. As that's a good play, though, in 2nd down and 17. And it's actually going to be a gain of 15. And it's going to be, it's going to set us up for a 3rd down and short. So a big 3rd down and conversion attempt here on this play. As going over the middle, and it's intercepted and picked off by the defense. Number 6 there in coverage. And, man, he made a really good play on the football there. I mean, the receiver was totally blanketed. Probably should not have made that throw right there. But, I mean, that was honestly a good play right there by Corey Chapman. I mean, he was all over the receiver here. And, I mean, Jenkins was hit as he threw this football. The ball was not very accurate. And that's a big turnover. UTEP with the ball in plus territory at the 27-yard line now. And Locklear is going to hand it off here, but we are ready to stop this play in its tracks as that run goes nowhere. And it's a 3rd down and 5. 2.5 to play here in the second quarter. Locklear is dropping back to pass. He's going to go over the middle, and he's got a reception there. That's a catch by Smith. So it's a new set of downs. Now it's a 3rd down and long, though. 3rd and 10. Locklear's got a lot of time. He's going to dump it off over the middle, and he's actually going to get the 1st down. The receiver there, Ashton and Nickelberry, good name, is going to get the 1st down. He gets a gain of about 12. So now 1st down and goal here. Dropping back to pass again and going into the end zone. And catching it for 6 is the receiver. UTEP gets on the board again, and they take the lead here in the 2nd quarter. Good throw by Locklear there into the end zone to Dylan Goodon, a wide receiver number 5 on the team for them. And, I mean, good catch right here through traffic. Good timing on that slant pattern there, running it into the end zone. And that's a big try for UTEP. They capitalize off of the turnover for us. And that's a good catch by Josiah Myman here as we are now trailing. And, you know, less than a minute and a half to go. We got all 3 timeouts, but we got to go fast here. Running up to the line, snapping it. Jenkins is back to pass. He's going to try to go over the middle. That one, it's a low throw, and it's going to fall incomplete. It's kind of a dangerous pass, though, throwing it into traffic. So now a minute and 12 seconds left here, and it looks like we're going to go for a screen play, but that is not going to get us the 1st down. Owens is stopped behind the line. UTEP's going to take a timeout to get the football back here. 2 timeouts, under a minute to go. Locklear is under a little bit of pressure, but he's going to find his receiver here. He's got the catch and he's got the throw. Locklear, 134 yards through the air. Now it's another short throw here on a crossing pattern, and that one is caught as well there, as White has the catch, only his 2nd of the day. And Locklear has been able to throw the football around to a lot of different guys here. He's spreading the ball around quite a bit in this game right now. 47 at the 47-yard line now. Throw to the outside. That's a catch behind the line of scrimmage, but he works around the defender and actually gets the 1st down. So a interesting catch and a run right there. And now 20 seconds left here, and there's the throw. That one is caught. I mean, Locklear is throwing dimes right now. Everybody's catching them for UTEP right now and doesn't have any completion on this drive. Only 20 seconds left to go. Now over the middle again. He's got a big strike. And all the way down inside of the 10-yard line on that catch right there is the receiver. And now all of a sudden it's a 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. So UTEP still got a timeout here. There's under 10 seconds to go. Only going to be a couple more plays in this possession. There's a toss. It's a jet sweep play here. And into the end zone goes number 8. That's White there getting into the end zone for UTEP. And they just scored in less than a minute. Wow, that was pretty bad defense right there by us, actually, on that possession. I mean, this is a good running play here, but that's going to end the quarter. And we're going to go into halftime down by 10. I mean, our defense right there, they were playing pretty well throughout the 1st half until that. Really, the last couple of drives of the 2nd quarter, they were not able to get stops, and 196 passing yards for UTEP here already in that 1st down. We've only converted 1 3rd down in this football game. That's been a big reason for us to not have a lot of success today, but we're going to have a draw sweep here, and this play is going to work a treat. A huge gain right here on that play as number 0, Keyshawn Owens, goes all the way down to the 41-yard line. 38-yard. Technically going to be a pass play because it's on a jet sweep, but a 38-yard gain right there on the 1st play, basically, from scrimmage in the 3rd quarter. That's a pass to the outside, caught there by Josiah Myman. He's got 5 catches, 51 yards, 45 yards a game for him on average. Now it's a 2nd down and very short. We're going to go on the ground, up the middle with Owens here. Or, no, that's not Owens. No, that is Owens. Keyshawn Owens gets another pretty big gain. Only 5 carries for him, but, you know, I think we've been able to run the ball pretty effectively in this one. Now it's a 3rd down and 8. Jenkins is scrambling here. Jenkins is going to try and get a 1st down. He does. Good block right there from Nehemiah Burris, as Jenkins is going to get a gain of, you know, about 10 there to get a 1st down. So now it's a 1st down and goal here from the 8. Trying to go over the middle. That one is going to be caught by Burris over the middle. Now it's a 2nd and goal from the 2. Huge drive here to try and cash in as a man in motion here on this play, and a sweep play that is absolutely stuffed. Wow, Curry Chapman just took us down for like a 6-yard loss as a failed block right there. I mean, I'm not sure who was supposed to lay down that block, but he could not lay down the block successfully, and we get stopped behind the line, and then we can't complete a screen pass here. So unfortunately, we're going to have to try and settle for 3 as that kick is up, and it's off of the upright, and it's no good. Wow, when I was frustrated there, I actually called a timeout. That was my fault there, but wow, Chase Gabriel missing that field goal. That was not a long field goal. That was I think less than 40 yards there. And we go all the way down inside the 10, and we do not score. That is a huge missed opportunity for us right there, as we're still down by 10. And a good first down run there, a gain of, about 9-10 yards. As there's a screen pass to the outside. Oh, look at these moves right there by the receiver. He made a couple of big ones, and he's going to get a new set of downs in this game. And Locklear, I mean, we're really making him look really good in this game, honestly. He's had a great completion percentage all night, and that's going to be a first down. Jaden Smith has his 5th catch of the day. So 2nd down and 11 here, as UTEP trying to put together another scoring drive. That's a throw to the outside, and it's another completion and another first down. A gain of about 11 there, and Locklear only 5 incompletions in this game. Pass defense has struggled all night against him. And we haven't been able to get a lot of pressure on Locklear either in this game. I don't know if we sacked him yet at all. CJ Christian, though, knocking that pass away. Now brings up a 3rd down and 7. This is a big play for our defense here, but Locklear's got too much time in the pocket. He's going to throw it outside the numbers and actually going to complete it, but apparently he's going to be short on that play. So UTEP is actually going to go for this here on 4th down and less than a yard. 4th down inches, basically, and it's a quick throw to the outside, and it is going to be caught for a first down. Amari White, the guy with the touchdown reception, has that catch for a new set of downs, and this is a clock-draining drive as well for UTEP. They're going to go outside on the screen pass here, and that's another first down, another gain of about 10 or 11 yards. Gardner making that catch, and his 4th of the game. So now it's a 3rd down and goal, and with the 3rd quarter winding already down almost to 0 here, this is a huge play for our defense. Locklear's got all the time in the world, but apparently the coverage was excellent for us. So that's a coverage throwaway here, and they do settle for 3 points, but they don't get a touchdown off of that drive. And so now that's a throwaway, as Jenkins was under a ton of pressure right there. And we're down 20-3. And look at how much Locklear has spread this ball around. Smith, Goodman, and another receiver there, all with like 7 or 6 catches. 3rd down and 4, trying to convert, and Jenkins, I mean, you're just not going to ever complete that pass. A throw into triple coverage, and that was not the place to go to there with that football. So we have to put it away again. And there's a sack, though. Hezekiah Masses off the middle, unblocked. And it takes down Locklear for a loss of 9. Huge play from the corner there, as, we sent him in on a blitz. And he got a sack last game. He gets a sack again today. So we got the football back. I mean, really, besides a couple of drives that we've had in this game, the scoring drive that we had, and then the drive that we missed a field goal on, Florida International's offense has been pretty anemic in this game. We really haven't got a lot of momentum going for us right now. We need to put together a scoring drive right here. This is a huge possession for us, as that's a give up the middle, and now it's a 3rd down and 2. And we have not been able to convert much 3rd downs all game, and that's not going to start here on this drive, as that is a stop behind the line on 3rd down and short. So now it's a 4th down and short here. We're going to try and go for this, and try to push up the middle is Owens. And he does actually get the first down. That's a huge 4th down conversion for us. So now on 2nd down and 10, as Jenkins trying to scramble, and he's going to get taken down. Man, Maurice Westmoreland coming up the middle, getting the pressure, getting his... He is at 1.5 sacks now on the day. And now it's a 3rd down and 17, and we can't get a screen pass off. Man, I mean, we've only been sacked twice, but the 2 sacks that we've had in this game have been absolutely huge for us. And again, we have to punt the ball away, as there's a throw wide open over the middle. Is this receiver? My goodness, nobody was there to pick him up. And Locklear with another big gain down the middle of the field. 2nd down and 9, and I mean, UTEP is still trying to throw this football here, and with a 13-point lead, and somehow, what an interception right here, as that one is picked off by Jamal Potts. Oh my goodness, that's kind of a bit of a glitchy interception, I think, in my opinion, to look at the replay here. I don't know how he managed to catch this ball all through traffic like this right here. I mean, with the receiver all over him, makes the catch, but we get the football back, and now it's a 3rd down and 9, and I don't remember the last 3rd down we were able to convert here, as there's a throw over the middle, and trying to get it to Owens here on the Texas route, and it's going to fall incomplete, knocked away by the defender, and we're going to have to punt it. I mean, we don't do anything with that turnover, a 3 and out off of the turnover here, and now UTEP's goal is to run the football, run the clock, and they run the ball on 1st down there, and now it's another give here on 2nd down and 8. We're kind of ready for it here, as we're going to push him all the way back. My goodness, he's actually going to lose a couple of yards on that play. Cole Estefan has 5 tackles and 5 tackles for loss in this one, and on 3rd down and 10 here, going to go to the outside. It is caught, but the Amari White is going to be short of the line to gain. So UTEP, we do come up with a stop on our defensive end there, and we're going to punt the football away and back, where UTEP is going to punt the ball back to us. And it's not a great punt here, as it goes out of bounds, and we're going to get the ball out the 22. Kind of chance to pin us very deep there on, in this possession to start out with here. We're going to go over the middle. That's a catch. That is made by Juju Lewis. First time we've called his name in this game. 3rd down and inches. And we're going to get a 1st down there. That's a conversion for us. And we need 2 scores here on offense right now, as the time is not on our side. 3.5 minutes to go in this game, and it's going to be play action here. Jenkins needs to get the ball off, as there was pressure up the middle immediately, and he had an open man. He just could not get that football off. So now it's 2nd down and 10, and backing way up and getting sacked again. Maurice Westmoreland with his 2nd sack of the day. And, I mean, that was terrible blocking by our offensive line. He just came in there untouched. And on a screen pass here, we're going to actually get a lot of that back. Now it's a 4th down and 4, but that's a huge play for the UTEP defense. And now, I mean, this is the game right here for us. We need to get this 1st down. 4th down and 4. We're going to go short here. Myman has the catch, breaks a tackle, but they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. And when I was playing this game in real time, I did not think he was short on this play. I challenged this play. I threw out the challenge flag to try and get us this 1st down, because I really thought that Myman had the first with where the ball was, but they actually upheld this call, and the Miners got the ball. Wow, and they're going to have, I mean, we don't have any timeouts left. We've only got 1 timeout remaining, and so this game is basically over here, as we can only stop the clock 1 more time. And 3rd down and 11, I mean, here's a play, and it's a run up the middle, and we're gonna get the stop. So I guess we're gonna get the football back 1 more time. But man, that 4th down conversion, that is a huge play. We can't get it, and now UTEP's gonna punt the ball away. And again, not a great punt there. They didn't really pin us deep that much, but we're now at the 19, and I mean, there's really no chance that we have in this game anymore. I mean, we can't. Our chances of scoring twice in a minute is very unlikely at this point, and it's now a 3rd down and 10. I mean, Jenkins just has not looked very polished in this game. Very deep shot here, and that one's not going to be complete. I mean, yeah, Jenkins 18 of 37 in this game, less than 200 passing yards, and now it's a 4th down and 10 here. And under a lot of pressure, and he doesn't find anyone. I mean, I shouldn't have thrown the ball away, but yeah, I mean, we did have some open receivers there. I got to throw that one deep. We had a couple of guys that could have caught the ball, but I just felt the pressure and I just threw it away. So a very frustrating game for our offense as UTEP takes a knee. They got the ball off of that turnover on downs. They take the knee and they win this game here, 20-7. And man, we scored in the end of the first quarter and we couldn't score again the rest of the day. And Skylar Locklear had an excellent game on offense for him. He had nearly 300 passing yards today. And yeah, we didn't play very great on offense, I don't think, against Liberty. But at least we were able to score and get in the end zone a couple of times in that game. This is by far our worst offensive performance of the season. And this was a super frustrating game. I mean, honestly, I did not expect UTEP to be able to shut us down the way they did in this one. We just didn't run the ball very well, and we had so many incompletions in this one. I mean, less than 300 yards of total offense. We only had 66 yards on the ground. So it was our worst rushing day by far this season. And, only 215 passing yards, 19 of 39. So just the completion percentage for Jenkins was not very good at all. And the second straight week without a touchdown pass. And now this team is 2-5 on the year. Now they've lost 3 games in a row, and I do think you have to wonder whether or not Keon Jenkins is really the right guy to lead this team going forward this season. I mean, we were absolutely dreadful on third downs. UTEP wasn't that much better, actually, but, 3 of 14 on third downs, that's awful. We were 1 of 4 on fourth downs in this game. And we actually won the turnover battle. That's like the first time that's happened this season, I think, for us. Maybe the first or the second time that has happened all year for us this season. But it just doesn't matter. We didn't take advantage of the UTEP turnovers when that happened for us. And we just never had any momentum. We had 2 drives all game where we actually, the one touchdown drive that we had and the one that we should have got a field goal on. Those are the only 2 drives that we really were able to do anything in this game. So, yeah, it's not like their defense... our defense didn't necessarily play all that great against Skylar Locklear. 73% completion percentage. He had almost 300 yards passing, 289 to be exact. So, he had a pretty good day on the air, through the air, honestly. He did throw 2 interceptions, but our passing defense in this game wasn't that great. But Jenkins, only an 81 rating here, and easily his worst performance of the season. So I'm going to have to reevaluate what we're going to do here on offense. How are we going to be able to just get this offense playing better again here, and how are we going to be able to revamp it? Because right now the offense has just not been there, and we haven't been able to run the ball. We only ran the ball a handful of times today because we were kind of down most of the game, especially in the second half. And I think our running defense wasn't terrible in this one, honestly. It wasn't an awful running defense. UTEP didn't really run the ball like all over us or anything like that. And we were able to spread the ball around pretty well. Josiah Lyman had 7 receptions for 67 yards. Owens had 4 for 51 yards. Eric Rivers had 2 catches. He had 2 catches on the opening drive, or on that touchdown drive that we had, and he didn't catch a single pass after that. And Juju Lewis had a catch. A lot of guys with 1 catch for us. But, man, UTEP, they were able to spread the ball around a ton in this game. You had White with a touchdown and 6 receptions. Trey Goodman had 6 receptions for 70 yards, the second most on the team. Giovanni Gardere had 86 receiving yards and 5 catches. Azinwa had 2 catches for 14 yards. So, yeah, overall, UTEP able to spread the ball around, and, our defense here, we didn't get a lot of pressure on the quarterback. I think we only sacked the quarterback once this whole game. Now, that was the sack by Ezekiel Bassis in this game. And so, not a lot of pressure on Locklear. He had a lot of time in the pocket to kind of make the throws that he needed to. And then we had a couple of interceptions. Bobby Sala Jr. and then Jamal Potts. Those guys had interceptions for us on defense. Jamal Potts has 4 of them now, so he's had a couple of games in a row with some interceptions. But this UTEP defense, man, it was good. They really shut us down. Maurice Westmoreland had an excellent game. 2.5 sacks. He's now got 6.5 on the season in total. And then Chapman had another another half sack as well. And then Xavier Smith had another half of a sack, or maybe that's not his first name. Yeah, it is his first name. Xavier Smith had a half of a sack as well. And 1 interception for us through the air in this game. So, you know, we did pretty good on that front. We didn't turn the ball over. We only turned the ball over once. Corey Chapman had an interception. And, again, it was a really good play that he made. I mean, he kind of forced that ball, honestly. But, you know, that was a play that, you know, he didn't look like he was blanketed or anything. And we got hit. And we were pressured immediately on that throw. And kicking, they were 2 of 2, but Chase Gabriel missed another field goal, and he missed a really short one in this game. So he's now 6 of 14. I mean, field goals for him have just not been very good. He just struggled all season with that. And we're looking at some recruiting updates. We don't have any commits, but this is not a good week for us in terms of recruiting because we had Austin Buggs commit to Florida. We had Calhoun commit to FIU. Tyrone Chambers committed to that is Florida. Oh gosh, that's the Bulls. Man, I'm blanking on what their actual team, like what their university is there. But Cole Gustafson actually gets National Defensive Player of the Week for his 5 tackles for loss in that game against UTEP. So that was a game on our schedule that I did not expect us to lose. And going into recruiting here, this is not good news for us. Not a good week in recruiting. Austin Buggs, a 3-star. He was a bust, but he was still a 3-star. We were putting a ton of points onto him, and we are not going to get him, unfortunately. He commits to Florida. Ben Vallejo, he's looking ready to commit to somewhere soon. We are hard selling on him right now. And, or no, we're just about 40 points on him right now, but we really want him. We're going to schedule a visit for him for Week 14 against Middle Tennessee State. And we're going to schedule him for attending practice there and the playing style. He really likes that about our school. And I do think we'll probably get Ben Vallejo. Maryland is there on us for the recruiting battle and everything. But I do think we can get him. And actually, we're taking some points off of him because I do think I'm going to hard sell him right now because he's got 2 areas where he's A+ on us and they actually matter to him. So because of that, we're gonna hard sell him on It's Game Time right there. So we're hard selling for him right now. And then Mike Childress, a 4-star middle linebacker. You know, Florida or Miami is right there kind of in that battle for him. But Colin DeGrare and Tim Sucre. Colin DeGrare commits to Florida Atlantic. And Tim Sucre commits to Miami. So we lose out on both of those guys. Kevin Romero, we're going to probably be putting more points onto him as we're in a tight recruiting battle there. Tyler Naylor, we're going to schedule a visit for him here. And it looks like we're going to schedule a visit for Middle Tennessee State. Despite there being a competitive visit that week, we're going to schedule a visit there. We're going to schedule it for proximity to home. He's got an A rating on that one. So we're fighting with App State for Naylor, and we're going to be sending the house on him. We got a lot of points that we can spend now. A lot of points freed out because of all these commitments for these guys for other schools. Philip Gibbs we're also in a pretty tight recruiting battle for him. We're probably going to be putting a lot of more points onto him. Zephyr Teo committed to FIU. USF, okay, that's Southern Florida. Tyrone Chambers commits there. So, yeah, we just lost down to like 4 or 5 players here on our recruiting board. We are first for a lot of these other guys. I just haven't had a lot of offers on them at all yet, and we're kind of moving into the top 5 on some of these players. But we have a lot of points to spend, 150 of them to be exact, and we are going to use them here. We're going to send the house on Kevin Romero, middle linebacker from West Palm Beach, Florida. We're going to try and get him, and it looks like we're gonna send the house on Philip Gibbs here as well, a 3-star center from Tallahassee. As there's not a lot, although we're kind of looking, maybe we want to hard sell on him here, but it looks like we're probably just gonna be putting 50 points and sending the house on him right now. We are gonna go for the hard sell here. And, you know, still kind of learning about the recruiting and how much the hard sell is really how much you want to use it. But I think with 2 areas in the B plus for those 2 areas, and then an A for the other one, we're going to hard sell on Gibbs and see where we can get with that. Nate Brown here, we're going to be scheduling a visit for him, it looks like. And we are currently first for him, or maybe we won't schedule a visit for him, but we still have 65 points here. And, you know, I think our recruiting class is going to end up being fairly decent because I think we're going to get all these other guys that we have offered scholarships to. But, you know, this is definitely kind of a tough week for that, and we still only have 1 commit. And I think I might have went over after a little bit too many 3-star players in the recruiting class this season, honestly, because we really haven't been able to get any of those guys. So we're putting 50 points on Childress, and we are putting some more points on a Jalen Rowe as well. And then we're going to put 25 on Justice Rubin right now here, left tackle, a 3-star left tackle. We're in the battle with Florida right there for him. We're going to see if we can edge our way back into this race or not. But, yeah, I'm hoping that we can get some more commits here soon. Our recruiting class is not very good. It's one of the worst in the nation. And Ben Vallejo is, if he does commit to us, which I really hope he does, he will be our next commit because he's going to make a decision pretty soon here. And we are dead last, as we are the only team still with only 1 total recruit committed to our school. But we'll see how that goes as the season goes along. But, I mean, we're in week 9 already. The season has gone by pretty quickly. And the next game we're going to play is against Sam Houston. And then the next NCAA 25 video that I'll have up on the channel will actually be this game, as I kind of want to get closer to the end of the season for this team here. Nearing the end of year 1, we're obviously not going to be making a bowl game here. Not going to have too much success, I don't think, in year 1 here with this program. And so I want to kind of finish the season quicker over here on this sim. But we're facing Sam Houston, 2-1 in conference, 3-4 on this season for them. Going to try to end our losing streak here, and who knows, maybe we might see some changes on the offense after that really bad offensive performance there in this week. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode, everybody. I mean, you've been listening to Lucas from Mars, and we'll even listening to Lucas Johnson. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more from me here. The next episode to come up will be MLB The Show 22, our custom franchise. We'll be finishing out showing you the prospects for, you know, in the last year's job. That's what we'll do in the next episode of that franchise here. And it won't come out until next week because I will be out of town for this weekend. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day, everybody, and God bless.